Hello, and thanks for coming. This is indeed the inside of a recently rat-infested Commodore SuperPET. If we move a little closer, I do see signs of corrosion on some of the chips. The board we're looking at now is the main PET board, the 8032 board. It is, and see I see signs of nastiness there. And there's still some stuff in there that we probably don't want in there. So nothing looks horribly chewed, which is a good thing, but still, there are issues, obviously, because we didn't get anything really happening. The cable right there that you can see is the prominent one, which is orange and green and white and yellow and white. So that heads on up to the monitor. That's the connection, except for that ground wire that comes down. The rainbow cable right there, that goes to the keyboard. These things over here are the switches for the SuperPET board, and of course that's the Commodore 8032 board. And up above we have the boards that belong to the SuperPET. The first SuperPET have two boards, so you end up with a total of three, and most of one of them is RAM. And I think maybe it was just, we got to get this done, we got to get this out. Remember, this was a project between the University of Waterloo and Commodore. It was. And one cool thing about this was, let me back up a bit, see if I can point this out. There were people who wanted to use this to do stuff and then port it over. So here is an RS-232 port. And over on the far side of the case, there was a place you could have a cable so you could attach to an external modem or perhaps directly to a large network. I am not sure exactly how or who or whatever, and maybe it would even go to a modem. Maybe an acoustic coupler, not the 8010, because it was IEEE. So this wire here goes to the monitor, and that has all the things that the monitor would need. And of course there's the keyboard cable, and they all kind of get annoying. One thing as I see right now, oops, my light, otherwise known as my other phone, has shifted a bit. I do see, I'm going to try and take this out gently. Something that looks a little off a little bit, and that is on that connector. That looks like there has been some sort of heating issue, and indeed, if I look at the wire, right here, the red wire, it does look like some of the insulation has had better days. So maybe there was something. Anyway, I won't plug that right in right now. Anyway, with many of the SuperPETs that I've come upon over the years, generally speaking, if there's going to be something wrong, it's the board with the 8032 that has the issues, not the SuperPET side of things. Generally speaking. But mind you, I don't know how many have had mice living, but most of anything to do with the mice probably would have happened over at the far side, where you saw most of the nest, and on the lower board. And yes, indeed, I'm going to try and swoop in a little bit. Again, you can see there is some signs of corrosion. Like those dark colors, there's stuff there, but the dark colors on the chip pins should not be there. It should not. Whereas up here, inside the top of the 8032, the upper board. I don't see any signs of corrosion, and thankfully they were very good to put every single chip that I could find in a socket. And the other board, of course, we really can't see right now. We cannot. Anyway, so as much as I would love to dig right into this and see what I could see and rip out the SuperPET boards and try it in another machine, I am not going to. I'm going to, you know what I might do while I'm here? If I can, I'm going to try and rip this out. This is the other end of this cable that would send power to the upper board. And I don't see any dark spots on the connector as I do on the lower part. And then there's one other connector here that is much the same. I'm going to try and get it out, although the board, oh yeah, it came out. And I don't see any dark spots on there. So that is potentially encouraging. I'm going to put that one back on. Not that I will forget where it went, but I might. All right. So, thanks for coming. If you have a SuperPET and you have any comments, please send them. If you don't have one, I hope you enjoyed your look around, and I will return to the garage to try and find yet another fine example of a variety and assortment of Commodore pets, because I know now I think there are 5 left to rescue. But just 5. At least that's what I think. I'll let you know. Thank you so much. Comments, of course, are welcome. Bye for now.